early on that goes, we're going to lock arms. Yeah. Because that's where you have the power. Because with anybody they can divide and conquer. And so I'm just as passionate about Scott's ideas. And there's been a couple times where, including Court of Owls, where they wanted to alter things, and we fought together. And you're not going to divide us on this. We're united in our fight, and we have an exit strategy in place should we not win important fights. Certainly you can't win every battle. And Scott maybe want to share with you these things, but yeah, we definitely want to keep the integrity of what we're doing. And sometimes companies don't, and I'm not slighting to see it. I mean, God bless them, they treat us great. But yeah, they may not share your vision, and it's a very important vision. And nothing Scott does is half-hearted or not fully thought out. And so it's important to fight for those things because he's really genuinely giving you the best stories if you don't get in his way.
Cool. Yeah, thanks. That's true. And the first part was that they're both true, but I wasn't like, that's true, I'm giving you the best. What he said about us, I hope I am, but the locking arms thing, that means the world, like to me, on a book, that Greg is always by my side, and he knows the same, like if they have a problem with a cover or something, or something aesthetic, like the page turn, that was his idea in issue 5, and they pushed back and said, people are going to think it's a misprint, and he wrote this impassioned email that was like, we got to be foolish sometimes, and we got to do it, and blah, 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 and I was sort of in the background, just like, yeah, we got to do it. Reply, oh, yeah, reply, oh, yeah. And then they let us do it. And the funniest thing was like, we saw it on the PDF. Did I tell you guys this? If anyone's been to, I might have told you this for a different panel, mine is different. Well, it's like, those are other cons. So
right? So when you're doing something like this with a page turn, right? So I have it all methodically planned out. And so I've got my pages, and I'm turning them for myself at home, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm sure, and I've gone over it with my editor multiple times. Okay, here's where that turns. Yes. And this is when it turns again. Yes. Okay. So now, Scott and Mike Marks, the editor, going, Scott gets to Twitter going, this is not a mistake.
That was the thing I got.
He got it. And Mike Marks, and then I got it. Go ahead.
He was so careful, and it was great. And then, but when we saw it, or when I first saw it, it was a PDF, which means I scrolled through it. So it didn't actually physically. I didn't turn my computer. You know what I mean? I was like reading it.
And you were not flipping pages.
Flipping pages. And then when I got the book, I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, there's a misprint. It goes like all the way around. And then I was like, oh wait, that's what we were trying to do.
So I got my copies. And the one thing that I didn't factor in was, at one point, you're going to have to start turning the pages the other way.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the one piece of the puzzle that I didn't put together when I was planning all this stuff. So when I get this book, I'm like, they messed it up! How's it possible? I went over and over and over with you! And I was pretty upset and freaked out. And then I sat there and I flipped through it again. I go, oh no, it has to work that way. This is right. This is even cooler. Right? Scott was already on Twitter, like doing damage control. I'm like, take all those tweets down, man. I go, the clever people are going to figure it out. And so he took the tweets down. But yeah, I even got fooled by it. I was just like you guys. I was like, wait a minute, what happened here?
I was on Twitter just being like, oh, there might have been a screw up, and then an issue. Oh, there wasn't a screw up. Oh, like we both got completely.
Yeah, but it ended up being you guys really like that issue. I mean, people come to me all the time like, issue 5 is so awesome. So now when DC tries to get in the way of some of my ideas or something like that, I go, issue 5.
I'm just like, yeah.
Cool.
And to go just a little bit deeper, not to take so long with each question, I'm sorry, but with that, there have been editorial fights, that are bigger than that one, and Greg's been a real ally. I mean, the way when I have fights with them editorially, and the fact is, they're great to me. I mean, right now they let us do whatever we want, but they have notes, and Mark, who's one of my best friends, obviously has notes, and all that. But my feeling is, if you approve it at the beginning and it's approved, and you've gone through everything, and the whole thing is step by step through outline. There are little elements in the middle then after that I'm happy to change if they need it, but you cannot change the end or the meaning or any major beats, or I will stop writing the story, is the way I feel about it, because you've approved them, and they've gone up and down the chain, you know what I mean? So that's always been the way as I've proceeded with it, even, you know, it might sound dickish or whatever, but my feeling is that I've been tried to be very clear about that from the beginning, meaning change anything you want, discuss anything you want in that formative period when the story's being approved. And once it's approved, I'm still flexible with things, but if you try and change sort of the end of it, or you try and change the meaning of it in some way, or the major, you can't gut it. Or we always said, you know, then we'll leave halfway through the story if that's what's going to happen. And so they've never, I mean, there have been very few instances really where there's been a huge fight like that. But they come once in a while. I'm sure they come at, you know, at every publishing out, I mean, at every, you know, publisher or whatever, and he's been a great ally. And, you know, now they're
Why all? Yes.
And they're honestly very good to us now with everything. They really let us steer the ship where we think and give good notes.
And that's because of you guys. If you guys weren't pumping up the sales like you guys are, we wouldn't have the leverage that we have to give you the stories that we believe you're going to like. So